Brought to you by Penguin.
The President is Missing by Bill Clinton and James Patterson. Read by Dennis Quaid, January Lavoy, Peter Ganim, Jeremy Davidson, and Mozhan Marno.
Thursday, May 10th. Chapter 1. The House Select Committee will come to order. The sharks are circling, their nostrils twitching at the scent of blood. 13 of them, to be exact, 8 from the opposition party and 5 from mine. Sharks against whom I've been preparing defenses with lawyers and advisors. I've learned the hard way that no matter how prepared you are, there are few defenses that work against predators. At some point, there's nothing you can do but jump in and fight back. Don't do it, my Chief of Staff, Carolyn Brock, pleaded again last night, as she has so many times. You can't go anywhere near that committee hearing, sir. You have everything to lose and nothing to gain. You can't answer their questions, sir. It will be the end of your presidency. I scanned the 13 faces opposite me, seated in a long row, a modern-day Spanish Inquisition. The silver-haired man in the center, behind the nameplate, Mr. Rhodes, clears his throat. Lester Rhodes, the Speaker of the House, doesn't normally participate in committee hearings, but he has made an exception for this select committee, which he has stacked with members of Congress on his side of the aisle, whose principal goal in life seems to be stopping my agenda and destroying me, politically and personally. Savagery in the quest for power is older than the Bible, but some of my opponents really hate my guts. They don't just want to run me out of office. They won't be satisfied unless I'm sent to prison, drawn and quartered, and erased from the history books. Hell, if they had their way, they'd probably burn down my house in North Carolina and spit on my wife's grave. I uncurl the gooseneck stem of the microphone so that it is taut, fully extended, as close to me as possible. I don't want to lean forward to speak while the committee members sit up straight in their high-backed leather chairs like kings and queens on thrones. Leaning forward would make me look weak, subservient, a subliminal message that I'm at their mercy. I am alone at my chair. No aides, no lawyers, no notes. The American people are not going to see me exchanging hushed whispers with an attorney. My hand over the microphone, removing it to testify that I have no specific recollection of that, Congressman. I'm not hiding. I shouldn't have to be here, and I sure as hell don't want to be here, but here I am. Just me, the President of the United States, facing a mob of accusers. In the corner of the room, the triumvirate of my top aides sits in observation. The Chief of Staff, Carolyn Brock, Danny Akers, my oldest friend and White House counsel, and Jenny Brickman, my Deputy Chief of Staff and Senior Political Advisor. All of them stoic, stone-faced, worried. Not one of them wanted me to do this. It was their unanimous conclusion that I was making the biggest mistake of my presidency. But I'm here. It's time. We'll see if they were right. Mr. President, Mr. Speaker, technically in this context I should probably call him Mr. Chairman, but there are a lot of things I could call him that I won't. This could begin any number of ways: a self-congratulatory speech by the Speaker disguised as a question, some light introductory setup questions. But I've seen enough video of Lester Rhodes questioning witnesses before he was Speaker, back when he was a middling congressman on the House Oversight Committee, to know that he has a penchant for opening strong, going straight for the jugular, throwing off the witness. He knows. In fact, after 1988, when Michael Dukakis botched the first debate question about the death penalty, everyone knows that if you
Sample complete. Ready to continue?